Hey, good morning, Facebook. I hope you're doing awesome. Check out this awesome morning. Beautiful sunrise down here. Isn't that beautiful? It's just breathtaking. I don't know about you, but if you miss sunrise, maybe where you live in this world, you can see a sunset, but do yourself a favor and get up. But I wanted to share with you that number that I posted. So I'm going to get real with you now. It's a beautiful day. I know our days are limited, and actually, you know what? I did a little bit of math, and it comes out for me 8,486.75 waking days left. So, of course, I can't predict when my time on this earth is done, but let me just share this with you. Hey, Morgan, let me just share this with you. I did a little research. Check out that. I'm just going to come back to this because it's completely amazing. Gosh, isn't that beautiful? God's gift this morning. Every morning is a beautiful day. So listen, the average life expectancy for a male, the average now, for the average male is 78 years. So I did a little math on that, and I'm going to just do a little math for you right now real quick. So with that said, I'm 47 years old. Now, give or take a few months, but with that, I have apparently 31 years left, according to the average male. Now, I'm not going to say I consider myself average, but I will say that as far as, let's just go on the standard. So 78 years of life is what I have on this earth, right? The average, which means 31 years left. That breaks down to 11,315 days left, 271,560 hours left. However, that ends up in, as far as days, they say the average time spent sleeping is a third of your life. Well, that's 8 hours, and that's not me. So 8 hours, if I were to spend sleeping 8 of those hours, that means I would have 7,581.05 days left, waking days left. So basically did a little bit of math, basically took the total days, multiplied it by the days, waking days, but I only sleep about 6 hours, 6 to 7 hours. So let's just say 6 hours, which is again a quarter of my life I spend sleeping. So with that, I have 8,486.75 waking days left. Now, why am I sharing that with you? Here's the deal, and I'm going to get in your face about it. So figure it out. Now, this is for the average male. Of course, you can look it up. The average female, I believe, is 82. Y'all, you women, you live a little longer, right? You know, you can take a little better care of yourselves. But that's, lucky for you. Hey, Frank. Hey, Greg, what's going on? So listen, with that time spent, how are you going to spend it? That's my question to you. How are you going to spend those days left, those hours? In fact, maybe it would be helpful to get real with yourself, to actually do the math. Do the math right now. And here's the deal. This is for the average male, right? 78. I'm going to get in there. I'm going to get in your grill. And I'm going to talk to you dudes. Now, I know there's some women watching this, and you can go figure it out. But guys, check this out. You want to hear something else that's a little more mind-blowing? Is for the average male who doesn't take care of themselves, who is obese, who goes through life overweight. You know how many years you can take off of that? Up to 20 years. And that's not something I just made up. Oh, let's just make up a number. No, the research is there. Up to 20 years left. So for me, if I didn't take care of myself, if I was obese, potentially I could live, instead of 78, now at 47, that would be 57, 67, 78, 68, 58. So 58, up to 20 years by being obese. So I'm just going to ask this question. Do you want to live 20 years less? Because that's essentially what you're you're making yourself susceptible to, is that when you're not taking care of yourself. Now, I know, like, hey, life isn't, it's about me, and I need to be successful, and I need to care for my kids. And, well, do you think your kids want you to be around longer? Of course, I don't know about you, but if my kids have a family, I want to be that grandparent that gets to play around with my kids and hang out and feed them all the crazy treats and then hand them back to their parents, right? Now, hopefully that's a long ways away, but I can tell you, with the time spent left, we think about right now, right? What's going to do me now? What's going to do me good now? That steak, that extra bottle of wine, that Netflix show is going to really fulfill me. I can tell you this, it ain't. In fact, it's going to take away from you. So this is me getting in your grill. If you're, say, 47, I'm just going to share with you, and you're average. Now, I'd like to think that I'd like to live a little longer than 78, but again, I'm just going by average. That gives me a little less than, 8,000? I'll do the math again. 8,486.75 waking days left. Now, here's the deal. With that, I want every single one of those days to count, even that 0.75. I want those to count. And how do they count? So is to put what's the most important thing in front of you. Now for me, and I don't know if you've watched any videos before, but the most important thing in my world right now, most important over everything else, is my walk and my faith, the journey that I have with my Savior, with Jesus. Yes, I said the Jesus word, holy cow. I didn't just say God, I talked about Jesus. Hey, if you think that that's just something that happens, that amazing sunrise right behind you, I've got another thing coming to you. And I can tell you that once I came into this relationship, now, again, this is something, hey, you can know God. A lot of people know who God is. But at the end of the day, it comes to actually building a relationship, right? This whole world and this life is about building relationships. You watching me right now is about building a relationship. Now, you may not even have heard of me before. You may, like, who is this? Who is this bald dude with the beard and the gray salt and pepper action talking about, hours left, days left, what have you, talking about Jesus? He's not a pastor. Who is he? I'm not judging. Again, there's only one judge in this world, and it sure heck ain't me. I can tell you that. But what I will say is one of the things that I discovered before actually coming into this relationship with Jesus, the one thing that I learned was that I didn't have to have it all figured out. That's the beautiful thing. I don't have to have all the answers. In fact, I'm flawed just as the rest of us are all flawed. You're flawed. I'm flawed. We're all flawed in this broken world. And here's the deal. The beautiful thing is that all of our flaws can be forgiven. Our life has meaning, has purpose, has value. And the way I see it, and my purpose, not just as a human, as a dad, as a Christian, is not just to teach people about living longer, healthier lives. Is about having purpose in your life, right? If your purpose is in life just for you, at the end of your days, what's going to come down to, hey, you made a lot of money. Hey, you were a good neighbor. Hey, you were really good at playing a sport. You played golf. You were awesome at golf. Yeah, like, okay, and that's your deal. That's the way you can, again, whatever you do, whatever for you. But I just want to share this with you. I felt compelled just to get on here live right now and just to share with you. My life has been completely transformed. It is not perfect. It's still progress, right? Progress. I talk about my coaching clients all the time. Progress in this world, in this life. Taking one day at a time, one sunrise, just taking it in, but truly not missing out, because look, our time on here is limited. Not about you, but being 47, I know that my time is going by quick. I also know that the days are going by quick. The years are going by. I think I blinked and it was like 2018 or something like that. And it's now we're 2020, right? Crazy. So with 8,500 plus days left, I want to make every one of those count. How do I do that? Is to know God's purpose for my life. No, not so much who I am, but whose I am. And I can tell you, you don't have to like me, and you don't have to even be a Christian. You don't have to do those things, but just know at the end of the day, you have so many days left, and I hope that you use them wisely. I really hope that you do. And my goal, like really my purpose in life, aside from pointing people on a healthier path, is pointing people to the maker of who makes it all. Again, I'm no preacher. I'm not a theologian. I just love God, and I love how much he's done for my life. And I can tell you this. Here's the last thing I'm going to say. One of the best things that I've learned in my life is that there's been ups and downs. There's been lots of struggles, lots of valleys, lots of crevices, really dark paths. And I'll tell you what, they sucked. And I've gone through a lot of them. I'm sure I'm going to go through more. But I would say those are the things that have helped define who I am. Those are what make me different. I can tell you, you don't have to necessarily believe what people tell you, but you can't discount my testimony. My life was a certain way. It was in a certain direction before I came to know who Christ was and to know his role coming down and dying for our sins and all that. And I can tell you that my life was living for me beforehand. And then it turned into me meeting Jesus and surrendering my life to him and realizing that there was much more to life than just for me. And I can tell you that I'm a different person. Again, it's not perfect. I still am jacked up like the rest of us, but I can tell you at the end of the day, oh, what an amazing gift. I don't even care if I have 8,500 days left, if I have 85 days left. The beautiful thing I know is I know where I'm going after. And that's the thing that's beautiful. I think that's what gives me a comfort in knowing, not to say that I should waste any day, but to know that I'm not just living for the time that I have on this earth. And while I may have 85 or 8,500, hopefully, or even more, I want to make every single one of those matter. And this message for you right now is that you make every single one of your days matter, Christian or not, purpose or not. If you don't even know, if you're like in a jacked up place right now, I can just give you this little, not even a tip. Just hang in there. Don't give up. Do yourself a favor, talk to somebody, reach out to me. It doesn't have to be about fitness. You could talk about, hey, Mark, I want to know more about this God thing, this whole Jesus thing. Well, I'm here, reach out. I'm not a pastor. I don't have any magic tricks. There's nothing in it for me. Here's the thing about Christian and our faith. There's absolutely nothing in it for me to share my faith with you, but there could be everything in it for you. Really, that's it. I'll tell you what, I'm so fired up right now. It's Wednesday. I don't know if you're just thinking to get over the hump. What do I got to do to get over the hump? It's Wednesday. It's been a rough week. I'm stressed out. I have anxiety, blah, 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 all those things. And I can tell you, be inspired maybe by this message. Maybe God is using me to get to you right now, to get to you. And I don't know, man, it's amazing. I'm just going to leave you on that. I hope this message found you well. I hope you have an amazing, blessed Wednesday. I hope even if you look at the time left that you have on this earth, that you don't waste any moment of it. You don't waste it. Take the time to enjoy the sunrise. Take the time to enjoy each and every minute you have left, because you don't know when it's your last. That's it. That's all I got. I'm done. Owen is ready to go for his walk. He's like, come on, Dad, stop talking and let's go. Have an incredibly blessed day. Feel free to reach out to me. That's all I got. Take care. Love you all. We'll see you.